I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog stampwithelaine.com and welcome to Stampin' Up's brand new August promotion. I am so excited to be able to share this new promotion with you. Usually it's demonstrators who have the privilege of getting their hands on product before the official launch day of a new catalogue. But they also know that really avid crafters are anxious to get their hands on new product for their Christmas makes. So they've released this stamp set called Carols of Christmas a whole month early before the actual autumn-winter catalogue launches on the 1st of September. Now the stamp set alone is £18 if you get it in clear, and the card front builder thinlet dies are £27. If you purchase these together, the bundle price for the clear mount is £40.50. If you get it in the wood mount, then it's £46.75. You can of course buy them separately, but why wouldn't you want to buy it together to save yourself some money? Now if you live in the UK and you purchase this bundle through me in my online store and you spend a minimum of £50 excluding shipping and the bonus coupons, you will receive a free kit to make 4 cards using this bundle in the month of August. Or if you're local to me in Fleet, Hampshire and you would like to attend in person, I will be running a product blaze class in October and will post more details of that in September. Now these cards will be stepped up versions from the kits that I'm offering in August. The free kit offer closes on 30th August and all the kits will be dispatched on the 31st of August 2017. So this is what the kit will look like. You get 4 cards with all the materials, a picture of the card, and then some tips on how to assemble them. And there are 4 altogether. These are the words. They're quite large and it's true to size. This little stamp here is for the centre of the poinsettia. You can stamp it in a different colour. There is this stamp here, which stamp the night sky, and then ornaments, which are 2 different ways of hanging them. So if you see, there's different configurations. So actually there are 2 dies which match these stamped ones as well. Then you've got the borders, a little deer, a holly leaves, poinsettia, and the poinsettia leaves. I love the dies that coordinate with it. It's called the card front builder dies, and it's because this really, you can use it not just for Christmas, you can use it for other cards all year round. So you need to use this die and that will cut out the top, and then you need to run it through a second time to complete the frame. There is a pair of trees and a single one, so then you can layer. There's this night sky one with the moon and the stars, and that's stunning. That will make this card here, and if you put a piece of cardstock behind it, it can be glimmer paper or foiled paper or just white cardstock, and it looks really effective. So this is one of the cards in your kit. Now I've designed the kit so that it will use each of the die elements, and some have been repeated twice, like for instance the deer, but then you get to use each of the dies in turn. Now this one I'll need to explain. The corner of this die will cut out the stamped image of the poinsettia, like so. There are ornament dies, and you can see they are 2 different ones. This elongated one is hanging at the top, whereas this one is at the bottom. So there's actually 2 dies to fit over those stamped images. And if you want different colours, then you can stamp each set in a different colour and then die cut them, and you have then you can mix and match, which I've done in this card. So that's also part of your kit. The poinsettias, so you stamp those first, but stamp them far enough apart so that when you position the corner of the poinsettia over your stamped image, it won't accidentally cut into the next one. So leave sufficient space in between your poinsettias. For the holly leaves, this cuts it as a whole unit, as shown in this card. Can you see that? But the poinsettia leaves, although it's the one die, it actually cuts two sets of leaves, one as a pair and the other one as a single. Position the leaves in different positions on this card. I am not allowed to send any stamped images, so the kit will only contain just the cardstock and any embellishments or accessories you need to make that card, and there will be a picture of the card as well as instructions. I don't supply any adhesives or the tools. If you're shopping online with me, then do remember to enter the host code for August to be eligible for some of the goodies which will be sent together with your kit. If you spend £150 or more, then don't enter the host code. You can keep all the host rewards for yourself. You need to have your own supply of inks. The inks I've used are Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, Crush Curry, Pool Party and Dapper Denim, Cherry Cobbler and Garden Green marker, and a chalk marker, Sponge Dauber, Dazzling Diamonds, fine tip glue pen, multi-purpose glue and dimensionals, glue dots, tear and tape, and the mini dimensionals. You can see the two different sizes here. If you want to make more than what is in the kit, then the other cardstock you'll need is also the Be Merry Designer Series paper. These are 12 by 12 inch, 30.5 by 30.5 centimeters Designer Series paper, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs, and they are lovely. You also need to get some more glimmer paper, copper foil, stitched shape framelits, or if you don't have it, just some circle framelits or square framelits. If you want to make them exactly like I've designed it, then you'll need the cross stitch ribbon. This is the 1/4 inch Cherry Cobbler double stitch ribbon, cross stitch on one side and 2 running stitches on the other side, and then the mini sequins trim, and of course you'll need the Big Shot. First I'm going to show you how to get the most mileage out of a 12 by 12 Designer Series sheet, and we're going to be working on this card. So I've done it mathematically so that there's no waste. So you should cut that at 3 inches. So be mindful of the pattern as well. Now this is fairly generic and it doesn't matter. So if you cut that at 3 inches, so that will give you 4 3 by 12 inch pieces. Now then you can cut them with the long side on top. You can then cut them at 4 inches. 4 inches, so you get 3 out of that 3 inch by 12 inch strip. You can see out of a 12 by 12 inch sheet you can get 12 cards by cutting it that way. I've borrowed 2 pieces measuring the same from a different sheet because obviously I've used it for these cards here. In theory, if you're making 12 cards exactly the same as this design and you need that sort of size, you can get 144 cards out of 12 sheets of DSP. Let's look at the kit for that. You get your instruction sheet, your pre-cut stitch frame square together with the matte layer. You get your DSP with the matte layer. You get the Cherry Cobbler piece, your gold trim, a piece of card to stamp with, your card base, and an envelope. For this particular card, I've used the D block and the A block to mount my stamps on, and I need garden green ink and a scrap piece of paper, and then centre my stamp over the stitch square. On my scrap piece of paper, I'm going to stamp the poinsettia, the holly leaves. So I'll need 3 of those. I'll use the marker pen, garden green, to ink up the holly leaves. Using the brush tip end. And I'll need 2 sets of those. Swap ink pads to cherry cobbler, and remember to stamp that sufficiently far apart. And I'll need 3 poinsettias. I'll bring in my magnetic platform, Big Shot, the cardstock and the dies. For this card I'm going to need the corner die, poinsettia die, and the poinsettia leaves and the holly leaves. So lay that on. Top cutting plate, and I'm ready to run that through the Big Shot, so I'll do that off camera. There are my die cut pieces, the 3 poinsettias, the 3 sets of poinsettia leaves and the 2 holly leaves. Now I'm going to stamp the centres of the poinsettia. There are 4 little dots, and they're sort of like an elongated diamond shape rather than a square, so that's how you orient your stamp. And so long as you've got your flowers facing the right way, that will make it easier for you to stamp. So I want the dots going this way. It's just a little detail, you can omit it if you want, or you can use a marker pen, which will be easier. You also want to die cut with this corner poinsettia die. Just line it up so that it's at the top, like so, on one corner. Make your sandwich as normal, which is the magnetic platform, base cutting plate, cardstock die and top cutting plate, and then you're ready to run that through the Big Shot. So I'll do that off camera. Next I'm going to put the mini dimensionals on the back of the poinsettias, on 2 of them, and glue dots for the rest. But I'll do that in a minute. First we need to assemble our card. Bring in our card base, my Tombow adhesive, back of the DSP, leave a tiny border all round, glue that onto the cardstock. And leave an even border on this right angle corner, this bit down, so just a tiny bit there. Stagger it, glue my stitched framelit greeting onto the garden green mat. Set that aside. Now I'm going to put these flowers on. Popped up. And I'm going to use glue dots for the leaves. Oh dear, I forgot to press record. Anyway, I put dimensionals in the four corners of the back of the greeting and then use glue dots to secure the sequin trim on the back. Now I've put a glue dot on one of the poinsettias and take the backing slip paper off and stagger the other poinsettia on top. Use more glue dots. Oops. On the back of the leaves. Glue dot on the holly. Can decorate the inside in whatever way you want, but that's your card from the kit with an envelope. For the month of August you will receive at least 4 card kits to make these cards. If you purchase through my online store the bundle and spend a minimum of £50 excluding shipping or the bonus coupons, and these kits will be yours. I'll also share out the goodies, so do remember to use the hostess code for August. If you happen to be spending £150, then don't use the hostess code. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more inspiration. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram.